Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm with you, boys stars, and we are getting in to the final two matchups of Split 1 Masters Stars. It is coming down to this. It's coming down to the wire.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. We have Yappers coming up against BKO. We have one of the EU Titans going against one of the Titans of NA. It's going to be a crazy match. And like you were saying during the break, what's this grand final going to be if it's NA?
Well, a lot of the players in Burts and BKO know each other quite well, and, all part of the same Discord server for scrims, so it's going to be a very intense fight if we do see BKO moving into the grand finals. But the number one thing is for Yappers is that they have to be able to keep up. This is going to be a rematch, and Yappers did beat BKO earlier today in the the second matchup in the winners semifinals. So now it's down to this here in the losers finals. We see these two people head up again and again and again. This time it's for the money, for the chance at the money.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see what we're going to get here. Still waiting on the map bands to come through for the channel. But who do you have winning this?
Who do I have winning this? Well, the thing is that Yappers have already beaten BKO, right? But the thing is that Yappers, they had to have been watching the fight between LRC and BKO. They had to have watched that to see what BKO is doing. If they didn't watch that match, they are going to be at a slight disadvantage, because I know for a fact that BKO was watching Burts versus Yappers, because we had Gremlin here in the chat making sure that he knew we were here watching and that they were there studying. And this is BKO. This is a team that studies, that communicates, that tries to do their best to figure out the way in. And if we see Dimov still staying on that light shotgun, we could be in for a world of hurt for Yappers.
Hey, who knows? Because, all right, well, I'm just going to say this right now. If you are on an open map, triple shotgun is not the wave. Like, get some type of range in there.
Exactly, because the thing is that you enter this negative feedback loop, or this positive feedback loop that you shouldn't be in, where you get a really nice cash out that's nice and cozy and cuddled in, that you can hide your light in to get an opening pick, to hit that stun gun, to get your team in. But if you're on an open map, there might only be one of those cash outs, and you need at least two to take the map win.
Yeah, it was just so interesting to see, because we just have Yappers just sending it. And it was working a little bit. But when it came to, like, for example, construction, where it was just open area pushing into the area, or hospital trying to push into the area, it wasn't working, because guess what? You can't provide counter fire that allows you to push up. You can't get rid of the pressure. So you're out here being pressured while you're trying to push towards the objective. It's just not a good time. Because now you're wasting time.
It's a very difficult situation to be in if you're not able to retain full control. And so when we jump in, I'm very curious to see what maps they are deciding to go for. Right now, I'm looking at the lobby, and I think I see Las Vegas being pulled for map 1. And this is exactly what we saw before with Burts and Yappers. And remember that we saw that Burts and Yappers, when they were on Vegas, they had the Sandstorm variant. There's no way for us to guarantee if Sandstorm is coming through, but if it is Sandstorm, I'm a little bit worried for Team Yappers. If we take a look at this, BKO was the one that picked Vegas because they see the potential. In Yappers, they pick Skyway Stadium because they know how they did against BKO earlier today on Skyway Stadium. The decider being on Sis Horizon is just icing on the cake, because I can guarantee you it is going to be going to Sis Horizon today.
Yeah, it's just looking at the bans. Like, I find it interesting that Yappers banned Soul, because if they want to run this comp, yes, there is long sight lines, but it's a lot easier to push on this map with those shotties rather than going to Skyway Stadium, which they just lost on using that comp, because Skyway is more open ground compared to Soul, where all the cash outs are going to be in buildings.
All the cash outs are going to be in the buildings, and most importantly, all of the cash outs are going to be in places where each team will have the ability to find a unique form for their composition. And I'm very, very excited to see that Dimov is actually switching with Bone, and Dimov is pulling out the charge and slam heavy right now. This is insanity, because we've now seen Dimov as the only player in this tournament series to have played medium, light, and heavy all at the same time. If we switch off of the map bands graphic right now, we're going to be jumping right into the game here, while Gremlin's team tries to find their way in. We are still on the map bands graphic.
Yeah, Twitch is Twitch is loading in very, very slowly. Oh, there we go.
Production, there we go. All right.
Hey, we were still loading in.
And what we've got right now is we've got Yappers setting up on ultimate height here for this fight. And what is this? Are we seeing flashbangs with Mickey, Ob, and Gremlin? BKO, what are you pulling out?
Hey, they're pulling out all the stops here. Hey, listen, they're trying to go ahead and screw them over, because listen, if they're playing shotguns, they have to get close. So if you flash them, now they're not going to know where they're going, and they're just going to be lost in the sauce trying to find a way around to get to the person, like as you can see right here.
I see. And the number one thing to call out about what the play will be, it's going to be Gremlins finding his use with the charge and slam early on with the jump pads, get that insane damage, and I think we're going to be able to find that right now as we see Gremlin and Dimov both slamming each other out, and it's actually going to be Yappers that go out first, but Dimov able to sustain just a little bit. Gremlin going out here now, takes out Bone, big slam. Yappers might have the upper hand, but no, I believe it's just going to be up to this. And that's going to be a team wipe here, I believe.
What are you doing?
No, Yappers still has one more. Yappers still has one more. And no, it's going to be out. There's another res. And there we go. Yappers is finally... Wait, he's still alive. No, okay, he's out. He's out. Okay, that's a team wipe. What an insane fight there.
Why would you go back in to try and get a reset or revive? That makes no sense to me, because you already lost team fight. You're one down. At that point, like, you're just going to go ahead and see. You're basically just looking for the reset, because there's no way you're going to win that team fight. You're gonna have BKO basically trying to get a revive on their third man, and you're just basically fighting a 2v1 until the full res comes out. It's not instantaneous like it used to be, like a few patches ago.
Absolutely, and unfortunately, one thing I'm looking at here is I believe that there is a slight in the streams up at the top. 20. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit better now. I think that as we get underway, Cash Out A halfway through, still in control of BKO, and Oppenheimer and Gremlin both going to go out here. This is huge for Yappers, and unfortunately, I do believe that this means it's just going to be Mickey standing. He will not be able to res his team, but they will have the chance to coin back in, stay close in on Vegas right now. It's super important for them to be able to play together as close as possible, and we're in the short, tiny little hallways of Vegas, and we're not seeing the triple shotguns anymore. We've actually got Gremlin on the Lewis gun, we've got Mickey on the AK, and I need to see how they decide to approach this fight. Cash Out A might be getting split through as Gremlin and Mickey come up from the top here, but remember, Yappers sitting on height as well. They're one floor above. The steal gonna try to get started here soon, and as soon as it gets started, the glitches will go through the flashbangs as well, and we see the RPG shot go as well. Dimov, he gets padded up. That's gonna be a charge and slam victory here for the other side, as Op goes out here. Grem and Mickey get kills but get traded out. Oppenheimer's gonna come back. It's just Dimov left standing, and will there be enough time to get the steal? I think there is. BKO retains control of the cash out here, and that's gonna be a BKO cash out one as Yappers tries to escape.
Yeah, no, it's very cool to see and very interesting to see that they're just playing for verticality. They're chasing, like, it was just one long brawl that's still going on. Op slamming down to.
There's no way they're still fighting.
No, bro, it's just a long brawl. Like, they're in the bar right now. It's just a whole fight going on with everyone just getting mad, getting angry.
And there still hasn't been a wipe. It still hasn't wiped.
Okay, it looks like we're finally gonna go ahead and get a reset here as Gremlin and Op go ahead and go on top of the rafters, taking onto the roof of the Grand Hotel. I'm not quite sure what the districts are called, but I do know like what me and my friends do usually call these places when we do play ourselves. It looks like they're trying to go into the casino, set up high. I'm interested to see where Demov and his team are setting up. Okay, they're setting up next to the fire escape entrance of the casino here near the elevator. They're just waiting for this cash out to get set up here. And we're just going to go ahead and play slow. Gremlin and BKO just play up top with the glitch barrel in hand. I think what they're looking to do is they're going to go ahead and play for a drop. And they're going to go ahead and set up outside.
We're playing it slow, and Yappers is in control, but BKO, they have the upper hand, and they have the upper positioning. Here on height, they will be able to see. There it is. Unfortunately, they won't be able to see anymore as the flashbang hits. Demov falls off the side of the building and resets here. Another flashbang going to come through, this time hitting their whole team. Now Gremlin will be in charge of this fight here. Bone goes out, but the res is going to be able to come through. We see Gremlin go out, but the res is able to come through. We see Demov able to clean it up, but there is still one player left standing.
It's not over. You're not getting away.
Mickey goes out. Gremlin taking the fight here against Demov. The charge and slam. That's going to be a team wipe for Yappers as BKO is able to get the soft reset, able to take control of Cash Out C, and let's see if they are going to get it started here soon enough.
No, that was a crazy moment. I honestly thought he was about to clutch up that fight. If he didn't hit the bubble, if he hit one good shot with the SA shotgun, we would have been good. But it's not. But overall, he wasn't able to close it out. As we now have BKO just going to go ahead and rotating towards C. I'm surprised they decided not. Oh, it's because he's a heavy. I'm over here thinking, why didn't he just go through the vent? I usually play light, so I'm like, just go through the vent, man.
Yeah, well, looking at this next fight here, it really does seem like BKO is just doing their best to bide full time. But Yappers, they have charge and slam. They could just slam through the rooftop. I think that's going to be the plan here. They don't even need to. They're going to go through the glass. We see the barricade in hand, ready to just provide cover at a moment's notice. But Gremlin, Op, and Mickey are already baked into their own cover here. Will they have a pad to get themselves into a good position? See Demov getting ready to open up the sidelines here. And as it gets open, they actually don't push that hole. They push the other side. They're just keeping the team of BKO on their feet here. No different information will come through. BKO has no idea where this fight could even start from.
Yeah, Demov and Yappers just taking their time, trying to figure out where BKO is going. They're just trying to find out and find an opening. They're looking and searching. Over
they're
here
running out
on
of time
stage
to search as well, because they really need to start this fight now. There really is only enough time for one. And here it goes on the floor. The cash out. The steal is going to come through, but it's not going to finish as Gremlin hops in. Oppenheimer and Mickey, but Gremlin looks like he might be taking too much damage here.
What is happening? Not going to be able
to sustain. He goes out, and unfortunately, so is Oppenheimer as he gets taken. It's just going to be up to Mickey here, who's running around with defibs in hand. They might just call it for this cash out. Maybe there's not enough time to finish this fight here. Situation going to be able to get the kill there, and that is unfortunately the end of.
Oh yeah, there's the wipe. Yeah, it was a very, very close match. I'm not gonna lie, it got so hectic with all the gas exploding, and then we have the rockets coming out. It was actually insane how much damage was outputted in such a short amount of time right there.
There are like 12 things happening at any given time, and my small monkey brain is unable to retain all of this information. Stars, I'm actually like struggling to pay attention to all these team fights right now, because every single time it's two charge and slams that happen, and I don't know which one's connecting more. Speaking of which, we see Gremlin getting taken out, and unfortunately not in a good position to get healed. He gets res, but as soon as he gets res, Op goes down, and Mickey's out as well. And so we see Gremlin pull out the charge and slam, which gives him a little bit of sustain, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to do much, and he goes out again, and that's going to be another team wipe here in favor of Yappers. And that's what I love about the charge and slam, is that what people don't realize is that when you do have the charge and slam, the moment you start pulling it, you actually take slightly less damage. That's why we saw him stay alive for just long enough. But the thing is, Stars, is that it doesn't matter if your team is already dead. You've got 3 crosshairs on you.
Hey, the way I see it, just knock 2 people off the roof and then just run into the last person, make sure you do as much damage there and get that kill, get out. But that ain't happening here, obviously, because unfortunately everyone here are really good players.
Exactly. We can see the Demov is getting set up here in this kitchen site. This is going to be very, very difficult for Team BKO to find their way in. And unfortunately for them, I think that the fight is going to come to them. Yappers actually jumps up at the top. I don't know if this was the right move. Mickey resets with the pad to take ultimate height once more. Gremlin's able to pull out the charge and slam and remove the heavy from the equation, moving him away just enough to get the kill on Demov. Now it's going to be huge damage here as situation goes down once more. That's a team wipe here for Yappers. Absolutely detrimental as they took the fight too early. Now it's BKO in control, and they have this beautiful setup already laid out for them by Yappers that they are now fully in control of. The pad gonna go up here, and I believe that BKO will choose to hold this from ultimate height. There it is. The ultimate height hold is going to come through. And now the question is, where is Yappers going to be resetting from? I believe they'll have to run all the way over from Argon District as they try to make their way in. They are in the same building, and they will try to promote the fight from underneath. If they can get that drop, it's going to work out. But I don't think that drop connects.
Yeah, they could have saved the second barrel for a fight if they had just punched out the roof there. That is actually breakable if you punch it, so that way you can get...
Here is the steel coming through, but where is BKO? They get blocked off, and the steel comes through for Yappers. This is huge because Gremlin didn't charge and slam fast enough. Now we see the kill onto Bone, but unfortunately the recharge is going to come through. The RPG not going to be doing enough damage. They need to start the steel now, and the jump pad going to be canceling it. Is there enough time for the steel? Is there a wipe? The wipe, the gas. There's, oh my god, situation is good for 2. The gas is still here. Op is outside the gas. Does he have time to get the steal? I think he has time for the steal, and that's going to be the steal. BKO with a last-second steal takes the win. Stars, I am nauseous from that fight.
Bro, every fight with charges left.
Wait.
Charges left.
Yeah, it was just 1 second. Oh my god. Bro, I can't even, like, it was BKO. like wait, I'm so
I get it. There's so much going on. Like it's just like we're going through the multiverse of madness. That one scene from Doctor Strange where he gets just yeeted across the cosmos.
And situation almost fully clutching it up because after the pad fell back down, or after the cash out fell back down to the pad, I realized it wasn't a team wipe. I realized that situation was still alive, and he clears 2 and leaves just Oppenheimer standing, who just barely gets that last kill. It was so close all the way to the last second, Stars.
I think, honestly, I believe if he just stayed up top, bided his time, he probably could have won it for his team right there. But just the impatience, just dropping down to try and just rush those kills. I get it. You panic in those moments. It's happened to me too. But you just got to stay calm. Know that you have the verticality, especially as a light player, and just play off that because you are a squishy. You have to play to live.
And it's again, it's so crazy to sort of see the play style change with Bone now switching to the medium, Demov switching off of light onto the heavy, and seeing how the team is trying to adapt to these changes. There's so much nuance that is happening in these small fights, but this is Yappers losing again on Vegas, a map that Yappers chose.
Yeah, and it looks like we missed the scoreboard once again here, so it's gonna go ahead and run it back into the lobby here. What is our next map again? Our next map was Skyway Stadium.
Skyway Stadium. Yeah, we'll be starting on a standard issue Skyway Stadium at night, and this is going to be very, very fun to watch because again, this map can either very much hurt you or very much help you if you choose to play on that heavy shotgun meta. And I think that we will be seeing Gremlin retain the Lewis gun here, and I think that Demov will stick to the heavy shotgun, but we're also seeing situation wait, situation is remaining on the shotgun as well. So this is insane. We're having Yappers on the triple shotgun. We're having on the other side of things with BKO, we're seeing Lewis gun, AK, and shotgun. So the two hugely different play styles, but again, both teams retaining the charge and slam rather than going with shields. And I think that charge and slam with the full shotguns might be the dive comp that Yappers needs to take them through, but they haven't been traditionally successful on Skyway Stadium.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. I don't know if you noticed, last game they weren't running triple shotguns, and I want to see what they're looking to do here. I think that they're... Ooh. Never mind, we have a huge engagement coming in right here. Gremliners going in, doing huge damage.
Debov on 1 HP, able to still be able to get a kill onto Oppenheimer. Absolutely wild. And there is going to be another kill here, as unfortunately Gremlin might not be able to be in a good situation here. He charges through. He's still alive. Mickey and Op go down, and there's Gremlin, 1 HP in a dream. He was taken out.
Unfortunately, they were over here playing hole in the wall as they just walked through and just get him behind. He thought he was safe by blocking that door, but no. Unfortunately, that RPG did a little bit too much of collateral damage.
Absolutely unfortunate, but it's still such a great gameplay that we're seeing right now, trying to figure out the best way for these teams to collapse in on each other, and whoever gets the first opening kill might not even be the team that gets the win. Now we're looking at the cash out that's sitting above the kitchen, and Dmov is waiting for the right time to drop it. The steal is going to come through from the rooftop down into the kitchen, and this will now allow Team BKO to have great height advantage. And look at that, Mickey trying to solo out the fights, doing tons of damage onto Bone. Won't be able to get healed up just yet here. Situation looking for his entry, but it's Gremlin and Op that go down first, just up to Mickey, who retained height advantage. He's gonna back off for the fight here and try to stay alive while his team can coin in. And look at how stable Yappers is in this position. If you're running triple shotgun comp, this is the ideal setup for you to be in right now, because remember, the other team has to push into you, and if you have full short range advantage, that burst damage that you were talking about, well, it's hard to compete with that, Stars.
Yeah, and I completely agree. I think it's a mistake for them trying to set up on top here. I think they just need to play on top of that platform, on top of the, I want to call it the counter. Yeah, I'll call it the counter right here, because the way you had it set up, they were bunkering down really strong here. I don't think playing up top is the move. They can, but I don't think it is, because remember, BKO, Burts, they like to play vertical here. They like to go up, down, rather than the other way around. Never mind. It looks like they're doing a full cavalry charge straight in, taking the rooftop here, breaking the APS of Yappers. But where's Yappers? Coming in from behind them. The steal is coming through. Are Yappers able to stop it? No. Treason going down, and Gremlin's able to get a steal.
Oh, and the slam's coming through as well. He's going to be able to take out Bone and Dmov as well. Gremlin, absolutely. Not only the steal before the team wipe, but then the team wipe immediately after the steal. Yappers is getting shut out here, and this is very, very scary to be in if you're Yappers, because they had full control over that cash out for so long. And now on the precipice of match point, on the precipice of getting knocked out of the entire tourney, Yappers needs to get the next cash out, or it's all over. Stars, it is so incredibly close right now. And so this means that we will be seeing Yappers at the absolute top of their game. No minor mistakes will come through at this point in time. They need to make sure it doesn't happen. Right now, they retain control of the cash out, or of the vault, but will they be able to get it into the cash out? We see Oppenheimer approaching. He gets the kill onto situation, and Gremlin on the sidelines catches Dmov off guard. Gonna be able to do a little bit of damage here. Damage will be returned to Gremlin, but not enough to be able to counteract what's happening. We will see Dmov surviving just a little bit longer. He will get his res as situation coins back in, but the cash out not started yet. The vault closer and closer to the cash out C.
Yeah, it's just so cool to see. both of these teams just go right at it. We're going to go ahead and start seeing a rotate here from Gimlin. It looks like they're going to go ahead and take C. They go ahead and put it in. Dimov and Yappers taking rooftop here. They're going to go ahead for their own top-down approach and vision clear. And just going back to the hospital ward, I just want to say, like, I don't understand why Yappers is not playing more straightforward. They when they have cash out, they have the manpower to just hold strong, especially with all shot, because the other team has to push into them. I'm just trying to figure out why they're just trying to get fancy, go for flanks when that's stuff that's not needed.
Huge damage going to be coming through right now from Dimov onto Gremlin, and Gremlin is going to go out. Dimov at half HP. Will Gremlin be able to get res as Oppenheimer goes down, trying to find that res? Mickey has to leave. This is exactly what you wanted to see, the straightforward approach. They find their way in. They are able to separate Gremlin from the team, and as Oppenheimer goes for the res, he gets caught off guard. The steal going to come through for Yappers, and it all comes down to this one final team fight as BKO gets ready to approach. Gremlin and Oppenheimer coining back in. Mickey ready on the fight to get this glitch barrel inserted into the Yappers and get the fight started. Let's see what Dimov has cooking as Yappers try to find where the fight's coming from. Looking like an absolute mirror match as BKO approaches from the top. Gremlin in from the side. Where will they find the open? Where will they find the entrance? Yappers.
Oh, they don't know.
For the fight to collapse in.
Oh,
wait, but BKO, they don't see it. But Gremlin starts off strong. It's Situation that goes down first. Bone at half HP. Gremlin gets healed back up. Situation unable to get res, and his Bone goes down.
He's lived.
And it's down to this. Dimov is alive, but the steal is coming through. Can he stop the steal in time? He's going to be able to get it. The steal goes through. He gets the kill. He pops the gas, but he's got a team wipe, and that's it. A 2-0.
Oh, no.
BKO. Wait. BKO. That's BKO. And that's a win. A 2-0 for BKO. The comeback is real as Yappers originally defeating BKO in the winner's semifinal, sending them to the lower bracket. We now see BKO in a 2-0 sweep coming through to eliminate Yappers. That is a wild comeback arc.
No, and you got your grand finals. You got what you want. You got your FGGF. And if you get a girlfriend after the grand finals, you gotta add an extra GF at the end there too.
It's an FGGFGF to say the least. This is insane. The coveted Bertz versus BKO grand final. Guys, this was such an insane match to watch, and I just gotta give credit to Yappers for coming all the way through, almost making it to the grand final. Such an unfortunate way to get knocked out of the tourney. But again, when you're switching up your composition, you're switching up your play style at the very last second, I guess they just did not have enough time to get used to the nuances and micro plays that they needed to make in order to actually get the best adjustment possible. But you got to give them credit for trying something as crazy as that.
Yeah, no, and I feel like the double barrel of D-Mob worked significantly better than going charge and slam for him. I feel like the minute he went charge and slam, it kind of just lost that nuance they had. They didn't have that entry damage that they were getting with the light. Like whenever they would go, they would have teleporter. He would toss up the gateway, so that way his team spawns in, and he would do opening damage. So while the other team was distracted looking at that gateway, he would be able to do opening damage, take the attention off of his team, and now it's just a free team wipe at that point. But without the light, he wasn't able to do that. They had to be more straightforward, like we were watching right there, and they just couldn't do that, especially when they had to defend.
It's just so crazy to see the absolute difference in play styles that have been coming out in this grand finals. These teams know what is on the line, and they know that they want it. There is an absolutely insane prize pool here that these players are after, and it is going to be everything right now. I am excited for what's coming, and we will get our grand finals between Bertz and BKO right after this break.
Wait, let me flash.
I got one.
Heavy help.
Yep. Next. She's above. Watch bodies.
Oh my god, they're on top. Be safe.
Oh, I'm gonna breathe. No. He's outside now. Still.
Jack it in. You guys see.
Go, mid is low.
I'm dead. Oh, that's right.
I'm taking high.
Really low.
Hold on. Please,
Healing.
Behind you guys.
You put me?
Viv.
Sweat the pad. PG.
Oh my god, no.
Nice. Good shit.
Holy shit, what did you see? That's insane.